My name is Stephen Otieno. Watch my videos on my journey to Western Kenya rice mill.
Called the intake. So with the intake, we have the elevator, and with the elevator, we have the motor up there, and inside the elevator, we have the 45 cups. The work of the 45 cups is just to scoop up the paddy rice to the other machine. So this our arch contains over 250 bags, which one bag is 80 kg. So the 80 kg we multiply by 250 and we get 20,000 kgs, which is being contained inside this our arch. And from this our first point, we go to the second machine. This our machine we call
Please subscribe.
the work of this machine is to pre-clean out the big litters, which is this one, and the other bucket, we have the premature rice. This is what we call the premature rice. It contains the premature rice plus the dust. And also we have the motor. Each and every machine, we must have a motor. And we have the elevator. The work of this elevator is just the same with the other elevator. So we need not to repeat ourselves with the work of the elevators. And at this point, we have what we call the machine we call the stoner. The work of this stoner is to remove out the stones from the paddy rice. And here is what we call the stones plus the paddy rice. We also have the paddy rice at this bucket because we have some stone which are bigger than the paddy rice. That is why we must collect the paddy rice at this point also. At this point, we must get it back to the first point for the new recycling. And from this machine,
Please share and subscribe to Stephen Otieno.
this machine is what we call the asker. The asker is whereby the processing of the removal of the outer cover of the paddy rice is being done, and we have got two rubbers inside. This is the one of the rubbers which we used at the asker to remove out the outer cover of the paddy rice, and you can see the rubbers. These are the rubbers, and the paddy rice is passing in between the rubbers. That is why the outer cover is being removed. And we go to this other machine. This one we call the paddy separator. This machine we call the paddy separator. The work of this machine is to separate the ones which has already removed the outer cover, and those ones that have not removed the outer cover come back to the destoner, and then again they come to the asker. And we have this machine called the compressor. The work of this machine called compressor is just to separate the rubbers inside the asker. That is the work of that machine. And also we have the big fan with us here. This big fan helps us to get out the asker outside the room of this factory. This big fan helps us to get out the asker from this factory. And again, we have this machine called the fast whitening. This machine helps us to get the white rice at this point. And with this machine, I think you can see at this point, from the paddy separator, we get the brown rice at this point. So the brownness of the rice, we collect the brand just from the brown rice. I think you can see it. So we have got also the big fan, the big motor to help us rotating there's a big stone inside this fast whitening, and that stone is the machine which help us to get back our brand. And from that point we come to the second whitening. This machine called the second whitening, we get our first running processing rice, white rice, at this point, and this machine get us the rice which is whiter than the other machine, whiter than the first whitening. And we go to the transistor. This machine called transistor, it helps us to harvest the chicken feed at this point. We collect our chicken feed from the transistor at this point, and we have the identical cylinder. This one is called identical cylinder. This is where we collect our grade 1 and grade 2. And with our grade 1 and grade 2, first of all, we get our grade 2 at this point. We collect our grade 2 at this point. And I think as you can see, the pipe up there is just like a aorta system, whereby we have the main artery and the other branches, whereby now from the identical cylinder we come to this machine called the weighing scale machine. With this our weighing scale machine is where we get our grade 1 at this point. At this point is where we get our grade 1, and with that machine we have some bags which you can just see it practically, and then we tight it like this. Then when the machine is on in the process, we lower down the gear so that we collect the white rice inside. After the bag is full with 50 kg, the gear goes up itself without touching anything. And again, we have the packing machine, whereby we use our packets to pack at this point, whereby if you lunch up food, you get your 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, up to 5 kg. We only weighing 5 kg is the maximum kg which we get at this machine called weighing machine. And again, this was called the packing papers machine. This one is called packing papers machine, whereby it was working at some time back, and now it has got a problem, and we use it just to, now we just put our paper packets here, and automatically it's packed and removed, packed and get it, allow the packets to get out from the machine. And from this point we have the panel. With this our panel, this is the old machine, whereby we have the emergency, whereby if you get a sound from another machine, a unique sound, you have to press it so that you stop that machine getting as the unique sound. And you get we have automatic, we have our manual, we have also indicate. This one is also only indicate, whereby if we have a problem or the problem of the power, we indicate it at this point. And this one is the volumeter, whereby you read this one. When each and every machine is on, you keep on watching at this point. And as you can see, each and every point we have the elevators. These are the part of the elevators up to the end, and this one is these other buttons are for the machines. Now at this point, if you press elevator 1, the elevator 1 is the only machine which will function. Now goes like that up to the end. And with another thing which you can say, we have the grading point, which we call this one, the grading point. This grading point, it helps us to control the first whitening on separating, or help us to get our broken rice. At this point, we know how the percentage of the broken rice and the chicken feed. We normally detect it from the first whitening by the help of the volumeter box, and that one is the work of this one. And also we have the oil inside to make the spring machine to move smoothly without stopping the system of the machine, and that is the work of this one also. And at this point again, we have a big machine, a big scale, which we use to weigh our paddy rice. And this machine, it contains over 2 bags of rice, which each can contain 90 or 80. And also we have our fire extinguisher within the machine, whereby if we have the outbreak of fire, we can manage to stop the fire within the machine. And again, we have this paddy separator. This is also the paddy separator, and this one was used early 1992 when the machine was installed. And now it was removed out due to failure in the operating the same duty of the other paddy separator. So we have different variety of paddy separator. We have the paddy separators which was made using the metals or the iron seeds like this one, and we have another paddy separator which is made up of the wooden part. So with that one also we have this one. We have the stand paddy separator. The stand paddy separator is just the same, whereby if you see this one with the other one down there, up, which hold the paddy separator, you can just see it. It's just the same. The standard just the same. And again, we have the shaft wheelbarrow. I don't know where they are by now, and we have them here, which we use to pull the paddy separator inside the art, the small art. And I think if you may have one question or any tool which we might not see, you may remind me. The ladder itself, we only use the ladder to remove the coppers, these ones. That one is also only the use of the ladder.
So how many bags are you guys mill every day?
Or in a day, according to the machine by now, we used to mill over 250 bags of white rice meal.
Okay.
Yes. And also we collect over 100 bags of bran, which we used to collect per day. And also we must produce the chicken feed, which we might produce over 5 bags of chicken feed and over 20 bags of the broken rice.
So where do this guy take the rice jam?
The rice jam, we normally have our customers, which they come and they just buy the customer from outside. They used to come and buy the rice jam from the factory. So we might not know where they are taking the brand, but we know that they used to come and they buy it from the factory.
Do you guys supply your rice to supermarkets or
Yes.
these shops, or it's normally supplied in government institution?
Okay, the government institution is where they used to come let me say, the KNTC, this is the group which normally came and buy the whole product of the white rice in a bale,
Yeah.
in a large scale. So we normally not used to take our rice to the supermarkets, but sometimes back we are having a container next to Aerogals, whereby the people from different places were using to buy at that point.
So how does the farmers from this region benefit from this machine?
Yes, the farmers used to benefit from this machine, whereby the farmers themselves, they grow their rice outside there, then they come into group, they mill inside this our factory, the farmers, the Western Kenya factory, then they mill their rice at a lower price.
Yeah.
And they can manage themselves to get a market from everywhere. They can manage to get the customer to come for their rice.
Maybe I'm a large scale farmer growing rice in this region. Would this management agree so that I can bring my rice to be milled and then I sold it myself?
Yes,
And then you rebrand for me my rice with my own brand.
yes, that one we used to do. Even from last time or at this time, you can see the factory is not working due to lack of raw material.
Yes.
Whereby if we get a customer from everywhere,
Yeah. From the
everywhere,
region,
every region,
all over the world.
all over the world. So long as you can come, we weigh your rice, then we agree at the
cost,
milling
the
price,
cost
the
of,
cost.
yeah.
If you accept our milling cost,
Yes.
then you are allowed.
Okay.
And you are allowed also, after you have milled your rice, you are the one to know where to sell
My
your
rice.
product.
Yeah.
And again, we have the magos. Even the magos bring their rice there at this factory. We milled and they came with their own
Brand.
brand.
Okay.
Yes, in 1 kg, 2 kg, and 50 kg.
Will I take my brand, all the stuff which we have get from the rice materials?
Yes, you are allowed to take everything.
Oh, okay.
The whole product. And Makino, we have the first grade, which is the grade 1, grade 2, which is the broken, grade 3, which is the chicken feed, and your brand.
Yeah.
And also, you might collect your ask outside, and you go. So long as you have paid your
Mailing charges. Okay, thank you so much for that your information. May God bless you.
Thank you.
Hello guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel as Stephen Otieno. As you can see, the mill, Western Kenya Rice Mill Limited. Thank you.